Hi everybody, this is Tony from Blue Butterfly Creations, and today I'm going to show you this Victorian romance card that I created. My idea was trying to create a steampunk Victorian theme, so that's why we have the metal finding here. We have this embossed image of two dancers, the music in the background. So I'm going to start by giving you the dimensions for this card. First, you need a piece of cream paper, and this is cut at 3.5 by 5 inches. This is what I'm going to be using to stamp the music image as well as the embossed dancing image. You'll need a piece of striped paper, and this is from Graphic 45 Steampunk Debutante line. And this is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. I also have this piece of basil. I believe this is nutmeg. This is cut at 4 by 5.5 inches. And this is all going to get mounted on another piece of cream cardstock that I actually got as part of one of those kits that come with the cardstock and the envelopes. The exact measurement is 8 by 5.5. It will be folded in half at the 4-inch line. And as you can see here, mine is scored. So to start, you will need your stamps that you would like to use. And in this instance, I'm using a music theme. And what I did is I actually took this off of a wood mount and I converted it to a cling mount. And I'll be using this with my acrylic block to stamp. So what you do first is put your cling stamp onto your acrylic block, hoping to center it as much as possible. I'm just pressing this on. Then I'm using my Memento ink in the rich cocoa. I'm inking up my stamp, making sure I get every surface. All the way across. Then I'm going to stamp my image. Applying pressure all the way across, making sure it's on a nice firm surface. So I get a nice crisp image. So here's my nice crisp image that I have. And what I'm going to do next is, using the same size acrylic block, I'm going to stamp my dancing pair using a Versamark ink pad. So I'm going to ink up my Versamark image, making sure it's nice and gooey moist so it will hold the embossing powder. There we go. I'm going to put my image towards the lower right corner. Make sure my image is facing the right way. There we go. Putting it down here. Right like that. Again, making sure I'm giving it nice firm pressure. Okay. And you may be able to see the image. So next I'm going to use my Judykins embossing powder in metallic bronze. I'm going to sprinkle that generously across my image. Rubbing it back and forth here, shaking it, making sure it's well coated. Tapping off my extra. And giving it a quick scan, make sure there's plenty on there. To me it looks good. So I'm going to clear away the extra embossing powder. As you can see, I used just a sheet of paper underneath so I can, with the fold in half, so I can get rid of all that extra powder, get it out of the way. Then I'm going to take my heating tool and I'm going to apply heat. So that the powder becomes a solid. As you can see, it changed right in front of the camera here. From that powder, that metallic finish, going back and forth over the image. Making sure I got all of the powder done. That looks good. So there's my embossed image, that metallic finish. I'm going to give that a second to cool. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of my line paper here, and I want my stripes running top to bottom. So I'm going to use my Glue Glider Pro. I'm going to apply the adhesive to the back side. I'm going to center it in the center of my brown basil. Right here. Okay. I'm going to, again, once this is cool, I'm going to apply adhesive to the back side. Just like that. I'm going to adhere it to the center here. Just like so. Okay, I'm going to pull this up so you can see my layers. Here we are. Now I'm going to use my thicker red ribbon. I'm going to cut enough to go from top to bottom of my card here, my card front. I have a little bit extra for a tail, which is going to get wrapped around in the cheater method. So that way I save ribbon. I'm going to get a few pieces of Scotch tape. One, two. I'm going to put them on the ends, that way I can just wrap and go. So there's one, two. I'm going to hold it over my card front here. Line it up where I want. Right, like that. I'm going to roll the card over and press those ends down. Just like that. So, and I have my red ribbon down the side. Now, the next piece is going to be using this darker piece of ribbon, and this is thinner than the red I used on the other side here. And what I'm going to do is thread the ribbon through this jewelry finding, and this is a clatter ring kind of look. It has the heart held by the hands and the crown, friendship, love, and loyalty. I'm threading down on the right side with the ribbon, we go. Thread it down so it comes around underneath and then up through the left side. This is a little tough to do sometimes, so if you have a threader, this would be a great time to use that threader. There we go. And I want to make sure that it's not twisted behind the finding. I want it to lay flat. Just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to use a piece of zip dry glue to set the finding. Alright, so here's my zip dry. Just a little dab of it. I'm going to place it on the back of the finding. So I'll hold it in place while I finish getting the measurements. So I'm going to just press that, and I want it to be up towards the top of the card, just like that. So I'm going to hold that down, just for the zip dry to catch. I'm going to take my scissors. There we go. And I'm going to snip off a little piece here because I won't need that much to wrap around. Like that. I'm going to pull this off to the side here. I'm going to snip off the extra. There we go. Take my little pieces of Scotch tape. I'm gonna then pull the ribbon off to the side of the card. Just like this. Fold it around the back. And adhere it using the Scotch. I'm going to do the same to the other side. Right there. Just like that. Then I'm going to place some adhesive on the back side and adhere it to my card front. So I have that. And then my adhesive. Making sure I have plenty on there. Line it up with the fold so it's upright. Just like that. And press. And there you have it. Very quick and simple Victorian steampunk themed card. And this is great for Valentine's Day or an anniversary. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of Blue Butterfly Creations, and thank you for watching.